Alrighty guys, well today I have a F-150 XLT from 2021. Has the FX4 Off Road Package on it, which means of course we have to take it off-road and do an off-road video. This doesn't have off-roading tires per se that are strictly for off-roading. It has hand-cooked tires on it right now, and they're AT2s. I don't remember the exact model designation for the tires. And so we thought with the release of the new F-150 and the packages you can get on it, yes, an F-150 Tremor is coming, and so is the Raptor, which are going to be great off-road vehicles. But for what we have right now, the F-150 is going to be your best bet if you want to off-road, because the Bronco has not come out yet, and that's the full-size Bronco hasn't come out yet, and then the higher-end versions of the F-150 have not come out yet, though there is an F-250 Tremor, but it's very larger than the F-150. I'd say an F-150 is about as big as you want to get, and a Bronco with the size it is for really tough trails, the Bronco is probably as big as you want to get as well. What is the F-150 like to drive off-road? Well, we're about to go up a cliff right up here, and it handles very well actually. Now, you do have a lot of feedback in the steering. I think that's nice, kind of tells you what you're going over. But as for the power that the F-150 lays down, so this has the 3.5 liter twin turbo V6, which makes 400 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque, and torque is very important. So 500 pound-feet of torque, and that's sent through a 10-speed transmission all the way to the transfer case that has 3 modes. Since this is the XLT, not the Lariat or above, you don't get a 4-wheel auto mode, but you do get 4-wheel high, 4-wheel low, and 2-wheel high, which the 4-wheel drive system on this is actually pretty nice. Now, on older F-150s, if you put it in 4-wheel high while driving on the normal street, you run into issues where it kind of makes this weird droning noise, and it can make not a pleasant noise whatsoever. But in this situation, I've used 4-wheel high on the street before, and it's fine. And of course, 4-wheel high and 4-wheel low you'll use on the trails and everything like that. So, I think both of them are pretty good. Now, as for power getting up the hill, the power that you do have is very accessible, and it inspires a lot of confidence. You don't feel like you're going to tumble over and roll down a mountain. What sucks is this is a new one, and I hate to get the paint dirty. It's this black paint that shows dust very well. And you'll see later in the video the donuts we did that did not fare well for this paint whatsoever. It's going to have to be definitely deep cleaned. Now, the off-road technology that Ford offers you is pretty good, actually. Well, you can go to truck info and go to off-road or power distribution. Off-road tells you your approach and departure angles. It tells you your yaw and pitch of the truck as well. Visibility is good as well, and then you have multiple cameras that are able to tell you where you are and everything like that. And then a bunch of sensors as well. Continuing with technology on top of all the sensoring systems that the Ford F-150 does give you, you also have drive modes and a rear diff lock. I shouldn't forget to mention that you can lock the rear diff. Now, as for going downhill, this does have hill descent control, but we're not on such a downhill slope right now that we need to do that. The brakes actually are holding up. Now, I know it's not good to ride your brakes going downhill, and that's why you have hill descent control, but we're not at such a slope where the brakes are actually going to fail doing that. Now, as I was talking about before, you have different drive modes. You have a rock crawl mode, you have a deep snow and sand mode. Now, I'm just in normal mode I don't have the diff locked either. I just have 4-wheel high on. We're not in a bad enough off-road trail where I feel like I need to lock the rear diff, but we are in enough of a bad situation where I need to turn on 4-wheel high. But the technology in this thing is pretty solid. I mean, it's pretty good. You will get to see, whether I cut it in now or later, me put this thing into 2-wheel drive mode and rip it. I'm going to drift this thing around that Ranger over there and see how it feels to do with traction control off in 2-wheel high mode. Let's see how it looks. even see. Oh, wow. That's crazy. That's nuts. All right, guys. Well, that has been the F-150 off-roading. There's going to be a bunch of B-rolls spliced over it to make it, you know, so you can actually see the car off-roading. And then I'm going to throw the donut in there for you guys to see. There's a bunch of them. But if you like the video, go ahead and smash that like button. If you want to see more from us or the F-150 review, I will leave that up in a pop-up banner. Go to our channel and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video.